Well, hello there, everybody. This is the Comedy Thief, and guess what? You're watching.
Funny old guys.
Oh, what fun this is!
Oh, yeah.
Uh, we've gone from. Come on, get out of here, get out. Let's get big.
Oh,
There
Oh,
we
there we go. Much better.
Finally, holy mackerel! Anyway, this is the Joke-a-thon time, and we are the Foggy Three. So, Dr. Fatpacker, say hello to our wonderful audience.
well, good talk, everybody. So nice to have you with us today. You're going to have so much fun, but be sure you laugh too.
And we have a special guest below me named Friar Schnook. Say hello there, Friar.
Hey, Pax Nabisco, all you cookies out there.
I love your windows, by the way.
Oh, they're wonderful. Well, they're insulated.
Are they
Whoa.
really? They're just lovely, right?
They're stained glass, and I stained most of it myself.
There you
Really?
go.
Yes. Is that why you're wearing black? Is to keep the your clothes clean?
Exactly.
You know, if you wear black socks, you never have to wash them. You know that, right?
Uh,
Oh,
Anyway,
they will still
Anyway.
smell though.
anyway,
where were we?
let's start. Tell us some jokes there. This is a joke-a-thon, and we're gonna joke. Go ahead.
Oh, Val, I have three bar jokes. You know, like something walks into the bar.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
You're gonna like these. So this amnesiac walks into a bar. He goes up to a beautiful blonde and says, "Do I come here often?" So the
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
$5 bill walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey, this is a singles bar."
but,
Hey,
Oh,
one more. A Diesel walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Wow, I've never served a weasel before. What can I get you?" Pop goes the weasel.
oh,
oh,
oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yikes. Ooh.
The stupidest one gets the most laughs.
Friar Schnook.
Well, you know what happens when you mix human DNA, goat DNA?
No, pray tell.
You get kicked out of the petting zoo.
Oh,
Oh,
oh. Well, speaking of bars, this rope walked into a bar. You guys have probably heard this one, right?
Mhm.
And bartender says, "What do you want?" And he says, "I want a beer." And the bartender says, "No." He says, "We don't like your type." He says, "We don't like you, so get out of here and don't come back." So the
Oh.
rope went into the alleyway, and he took the end of himself and he kind of scuffed it against the brick wall. And then he tied himself up in a bow and he went back into the bar. And the bartender said, "Wait a minute, aren't you that rope that was in here just a few minutes ago?" And the rope said, "No, I'm afraid not." Oh, how bad is that one? Go ahead.
well, Clifford and Daisy May were married for many years. You know, whenever there was a confrontation, yelling could be heard deep into the night. Clifford would shout, "When I die, I'll dig my way up out of the grave and come back and haunt you for the rest of your life, old woman." But the neighbors feared him, and he died at the ripe old age of 98.
Wow.
After the burial, Daisy May's neighbors were concerned for her safety and said, "Aren't you afraid that he may indeed be able to dig his way out of the grave and haunt you for the rest of your life?"
Ooh.
And she goes, "Huh, let him dig. I had him buried upside down, and I know he won't ask for directions."
Oh,
I like that one. That's a beauty. Friar Schnook.
Danke.
I really regret buying that straitjacket. Of course, I thought it would look good on me, but I just couldn't pull it off.
Oh! Hey, we were kind of rehearsing. You want to do the Boy Scouts marching creed?
Well, we could do that if you would like. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Be
have-
prepared.
Then
That's
That's
a Boy
the
Scouts
Boy
marching
Scouts
song.
song.
Be
Be
prepared.
prepared.
As through life you march
March
along.
along.
Be
Be
prepared
prepared
to
to hold your liquor pretty
very
well.
well.
Don't write dirty
And
words
write
on
naughty
walls.
words on walls you cannot spell.
Be prepared and be careful not to do
Oh, okay, we can do that one too.
your good
Yeah.
deed
Yeah.
When
if there's no one watching you. If you're looking for adventure
of a new and different kind,
Kind.
and you
And
come across a Girl
Girl
Scout,
Scout
who is similarly inclined,
Don't be nervous. Don't be
Don't be
flustered.
flustered.
Don't
Don't be
be
scared.
scared. Be
Be
Prepared.
prepared.
woo. Okay.
Woo. Oh, wait, I think
Okay.
I have something on that line. Hold on a second here. But
I think we
oh,
had
yeah.
an
So
audio lag.
there
Yes,
you go. I
that's
can see
Zoom
that.
is very bad for
God
audio
knows how that
collaboration.
song will come out. All right, here's a real quick one. I was looking in the obituaries last night, and an Australian inventor died.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
He was
Yeah.
35.
Ooh.
He invented the boomerang grenade, is what he invented.
Oh.
oh,
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 Oh my
shaboom,
goodness.
shaboom.
boom,
Ya
boom,
la la
shaboom,
la 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 la, shaboom, shab.
shaboom.
Okay, Dr. Fatpacker.
So I found this one here. I thought you'd like it. Sixth grade science teacher, Mrs. Sampson, was asking her class, who can tell me which organ of the human body expands to 10 times its usual size when stimulated? Nobody raised their hand, so she calls on the first student, Mary. Says, Mary, can you tell me which organ of the human body expands 10 times its usual size when stimulated? Mary stands up and she's blushing, and she goes, how dare you ask such a question? I'm going to complain to my parents, who will complain to the principal, who will have you fired. Well, Mrs. Sampson is shocked by Mary's reaction, but she continued on, and she sees Sam raising his hand. He goes, yes, Sam. He says, ma'am, the correct answer is the iris of the human eye. When the teacher goes, well, very good, and thank you. And then she turns to Mary and she goes, Mary, I have 3 things to tell you. First, it's clear that you did not do your homework. Second, you have a dirty mind. And third, I fear one day you're going to be sadly disappointed.
Oof,
Ba-ba-boom.
boom, yeah.
Boom.
Doctor, or no, you're not a doctor. You're a friar. Go ahead.
Okay, so these 2 caterpillars are trying to escape a spider, and they
Oh.
they climb up a small branch and they get to the edge, but but they're trapped on the end of it, and the branch snaps. Oh, and the first caterpillar yells, hold on tight. And the second caterpillar reaches out, grabs a couple of protruding twigs off the branch, and steers the branch through the air like there's no tomorrow. Brings it to a nice soft landing. And the first caterpillar goes, that's amazing. How are you doing that? And the second caterpillar says, hey, am I the only one around here who knows how to drive a stick?
Oh.
I want to show you my new product line.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've already showed it to you, but what the hell?
Oh, go ahead. That's all right.
Yeah, well, that was the green room.
Here it is.
Whoa.
It's my new bottled wine for fatties and alcoholics. But I just wanted to show you this. This is going to be hugely successful. A little play on words there, you like that? So I just wanted to let this know, and we'll get back to you guys in a couple of months and let you know how the sales are going. And Dr. Fatpacker, it's all yours.
That's 3 things that I think that you have to really think about. You know, like number 1, I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes. And she gave me a hug.
Oh,
Parallel lines have so much in common. It's a shame that they'll never meet.
Oh.
And finally, I'm reading a book on anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. Moving on.
Okay.
Friar Schnook.
Hey, well, to tell about Preacher Bob liked to coordinate his message with the choir so they could pick the hymns for the week. And one week, preacher says, I'm going to preach on the topic of steadfastness in our service.
Ooh.
What hymn should we sing? And Sister Bertha pipes up and says, let's sing I Shall Not Be Moved. Bob goes, that's great. The next week, Bob says, brothers and preachers, I'm going to be preaching this Sunday on the topic of tithes and generosity and giving to the Lord. What hymn should we sing? And Brother Quentin got up and said, obvious, Jesus paid it all. And everybody was excited. And then the third week, Preacher Bob says, brothers and sisters, I'm going to preach this week on the evils of fornication. What hymn should we sing? And then from all the way in the back loft of the choir, old Brother Zacharias sighed fondly and said, precious memories.
Well, here's the last one, folks.
Okay.
Oh, fine.
This naked girl,
Yeah.
beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful,
Got my
perfect body,
attention.
but
Yeah.
naked, walked into our church this past Sunday. And the pastor ran up to her and says, ma'am, what is going on here? He says, you can't come into our church dressed with no clothes on. And she said, yes, I can. I have a divine right. And the pastor said, and you have a magnificent left as well, but you're not coming to my church. Yes. That's an old one that I've told before. As you
It certainly
probably know, right?
is.
Yeah, well, you know, we've got best stuff.
So anyway, we're done with the jokes, but we're not done because we have a point of conversation just between
Ooh.
the three of us. You guys ready?
Yeah, well,
Ready as
hello.
we'll ever be.
Okay. Now you can relate to this, Dr. Fatpacker. So here's the scenario. You're a famous surgeon, but you have just made a huge mistake because you were supposed to amputate the left leg of your patient, but you amputated the patient's right leg by mistake. So what do you say to the patient, or what do you say to the family to try to wiggle out of this mess, doctor?
Well, I would have to say, I was just very confused because when I was looking at the patient, they were saying left leg when they were opposite me, and I thought that the right leg was his left leg.
Oh,
You've been drinking again?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit, just encourage.
So you're a famous surgeon. You're a cut up.
Oh,
And you were supposed to amputate the right leg, but you amputated the left leg by mistake. Oh, wait a minute, did I mess that up? But anyway,
right. Well, I'll
Doesn't
tell you what I
matter.
do.
who cares? Whatever leg. So
I'll
See
tell you what
how
I
easy
do.
that is?
how do you handle this situation, Friar?
Oh, it's easy. Well, you cut off the other leg, and if they try to sue you, they've got nothing to stand on.
Oh! I have a call coming in.
Oh,
Very good.
wow.
Is that my favorite caller?
I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
There we go. We got rid of that. What the heck? How dare they try to call
Yeah.
when we're trying to videotape, you know?
Probably Tom
obviously,
Lehrer
they
Estate
thought it
suing
was-
for royalties.
Okay,
Yeah, they
so
thought it
anyway,
was Tuesday morning.
we're done. We're out of here. It's just been a pleasure. We're so happy that. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot.
What? What?
We invite a famous celebrity to be on our very next video, don't we?
That's so we heard.
Yeah, and you're a special guest, but you know about that as well. So, I have selected to be on our very next video the famous Army General Colin Powell, a brilliant tactician and man of integrity. So, Colin, we want you to check in at Funny Old Guy.
Excuse me. I believe he's passed away.
Wait a minute. You mean he's dead?
As a doornail.
Aren't all doornails dead? But anyway, so who can we invite?
Yeah.
Who do we know named Colin?
Oh.
Colin.
Colin.
Well, my doctor's always wants me to see a friend colonoscopy. But...
Yeah.
Colonoscopy.
Colins that I've
No,
met.
we can't. Who do you know named Powell? Jane Powell. No, she's dead.
Adam
Dick
Clayton Powell.
No,
Who?
he's dead too.
He's dead.
Yeah,
They're all dead.
Yeah, Dick Powell's gone.
I'll tell you what, we're going to invite nobody for next week's video because we can't come up with a name within the next hour. So, this is the Comedy Thief saying goodbye and farewell. We steal everything you have heard and seen today, passing it along to Dr. Fatpacker for his goodbye and his farewell.
Well, auf Wiedersehen, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to us. Oh, before you leave, if you could go down to the bottom, please. This is very nice. Bitte. Subscribe. It would be very nice and we'd appreciate it. And let's suppose you have some friends that you want to tell about our thing. That would be a good idea too. And maybe you forgot where we're at. Well, we got a solution for that. You send in an email to funnyoldguys@gmail.com, and we'll send you one of these fancy dancy business cards. And it has our YouTube address on it right there. when you could give them out to your friends and everybody could laugh and we'd have so much fun. Jawohl.
And there we go. And Friar Schnook, it's been a pleasure having you here as our special guest. Why don't you say goodbye and farewell to all the kiddies on our video?
All right, kiddies, just remember, you know why the chicken crossed the road? To see another episode of Funny Old Guys.
Does the chicken make any sound?
Not enough. Apparently
not enough.
It's like the
okay,
every
everybody wave goodbye. Everybody wave goodbye. Everybody, we'll see you down the road.